proud that we have a sawmill in this county and in this community. It's one of the best, if not the best sawmills in the entire United States. And the workforce in this community is one of the best places you could operate and be part of. I just want you to know that. So, good evening, students, parents, educators, administrators, and elected officials. I truly mean it's a pleasure to be with you here tonight. I love Columbia County, I love Magnolia, and I love the people here. You're good people, the type I like to associate with. I've been asked to speak tonight about the path to success. We live in a great country, and there are many paths to success. In my opinion, success is about where you end, not where you begin. Every one of you can be successful. I think the key to being successful, particularly at your ages, is to see the end from the beginning. Now, what does that mean? I think it means knowing the profession that you want to work in and tailoring your college education so you obtain your degree efficiently. What I mean by that is not wasting time on credits that don't count toward your degree. I'll tell you a secret that from my experience, employers really don't care what your minor is in. Those are those credits that you got that didn't apply to your major. So they really, it's nice to put on the resume, but in the end it doesn't mean very much. So, my advice, focus like a laser until you achieve your degree. Taking a semester off, more often than not, leads to not going back to college and completing your degree. Now, some of you in the room may take the Alice in Wonderland approach to college. What do I mean? In the story, Alice comes to a fork in the road and asks the troll that is standing nearby which fork in the road she should take. The troll says, well, that depends on where you want to go. Alice responds that she really doesn't know where she wants to go. The troll replies, then it really doesn't matter which fork in the road we take. They both lead to somewhere. Now, I know it's going to surprise all of you, but I don't recommend the Alice in Wonderland approach to college. How does one see the end from the beginning? More often than not, that occurs from having a mentor and listening to them. Possible mentors are your parents, your grandparents, your teachers, coaches, guidance counselors, and business leaders in your community. In my case, it was my brother-in-law. My parents or grandparents had an opportunity to attend college. However, my brother-in-law was a chemical engineer who worked for International Paper. As a young person, growing up on a rural family farm in South Mississippi, I defined professional success as a pocket full of money and a brand new car. My brother-in-law always had one. So one day, I asked him, what do you have to do to be a chemical engineer? He replied that you had to be real good at math and science. I replied that I was real good at math and science, and I really was. So, from the 9th grade in high school, I knew that I was going to be a chemical engineer. I was going to work in the forest product and pulp paper industry, and that I was going to be a CEO. At the time, there were more chemical engineers that were CEOs than any other educational discipline. I then focused like a laser, obtained a scholarship, and graduated first in my chemical engineering class at Mississippi State University. I graduated in 4 years without any student debt and actually had some money in the bank to get started. The reason being, I worked every summer, every holiday break, and didn't waste time or money on classes that really didn't count towards my degree. I truly believe that in life, your education and your career, the harder you work, the luckier you get. I also believe there's no free lunch, and there's consequences for poor decisions, and that you are responsible for your own success. I've been fortunate to attend the Arkansas Business Hall of Fame Induction Center for the last 14 years. One thing that is common to most all of the inductees is they all come from meager beginnings. Some had military service. Most attended college, did well, and earned 1 or 2 degrees. After college, they all had careers where they worked harder than others and sacrificed for the good of the organization they were working for. During his acceptance speech as one of this year's inductees, my good friend Gus Fratsinas espoused that one could be successful if they put their mind to it, they put their heart in it, and then work their fanny off. That works, people. That works today, that'll work tomorrow. In closing, I want to leave you with some thoughts from quotes I'm fond of. One of which I found in Buenos Aires, Argentina 3 weeks ago. I was in Buenos Aires on both business and some pleasure, and was visiting shops around the hotel I was staying at one afternoon. There in that clothing store on the wall was a quote that I think is very important for tonight. It read, "Dreams don't work unless you do." And then from the Bible, let me quote Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6 from the New International Version. "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, and always submit to him, and he will make your path straight." From Philippians chapter 4, verse 13 from the King James Version. "I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me." And then from Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11 from the New International Version. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Students, work hard. Be the best that you can be in all that you do, and save your money. Thank you very much.